Welcome to Capital OTB's Daily Report, brought to you by CapitalOTBBet.com. Been saying it for a few days now, but with the Kentucky Derby just a few weeks away, if you don't already play through Capital OTB Bet, now is the time to sign up. Take advantage of the sign-up bonus, all the bells and whistles that Capital OTB Bet has to offer. Visit the website for more information, CapitalOTB.com. I'm Seth Merrow. As always, thanks for joining us. This is the Wednesday, April 14th edition. Let's get underway with a trivia question, as we always do. And with the Derby preps now completed over this past weekend, the Derby leaderboard set as far as points, things getting sorted out as far as the Kentucky Derby, conversation will naturally turn to who those 3-year-olds are that we're going to take a closer look at on the first Saturday in May. So I thought we'd have a trivia question kind of pointed in the Derby direction, and I will ask, over the last 10 runnings of the Kentucky Derby, going back to 2011, who was the shortest price winner of the last 10 Kentucky Derbies? The shortest price winner of the last 10 Kentucky Derbies. If you can name the horse, you have the trivia question right. If you want a little bonus action, give me the price that the shortest price winner paid, and I will give you $1 either way and allow you to score a winning proposition if you play here. Again, the horse's name, and for a little extra credit, what was the price? The shortest price winner of the Kentucky Derby. We'll have the answer at the end of the program. We'll also toss out some multiple choice options if that will help you. Once again, we're trying to set you up for Wednesday, April 14th, so let's get underway.
We'll move on now to the presidential race with 3 candidates running. The first is Tracy Flick.
That was Matthew Broderick from the 1999 movie Election. The main character of the movie, Tracy Flick, is a high school student played by Reese Witherspoon. She was attempting to become the president of her high school student council. The election was almost stolen from her, and that was kind of the plot of the movie. But I bring it up because in an interesting kind of racing/cinema karma thing, over the weekend, the horse Tracy Flick made the second start of her career. And 2 starts, both times, went up to the steward's booth where an election foiled Tracy Flick, the horse. As I say, it was just an interesting kind of a situation given the horse's name, but she debuted down at Gulfstream, and that one went into the steward's booth, and they DQ'd her, and she went into the steward's booth on her run this weekend at Keeneland, and the horse Tracy Flick, again, was disqualified. And as I say, it's just an interesting, quirky kind of a situation, given the movie, the plot of the movie, and the fact that in 2 runs, her result has gone up to the booth for an election of sorts there as well. So again, an interesting little side note there on the weekend and the results. But the big results of the weekend, obviously, lots of stakes action at both Keeneland and Oaklawn races and the Arkansas Derby. And here is, in fact, the result of the Arkansas Derby.
Concert Tour is now taking the lead, and he's a length and a half in front, but Superstock is a fresh challenger in the center of the racetrack, and here comes Superstock outside of Concert Tour. Superstock has taken over the lead. Concert Tour has been defeated. Superstock, Ricardo Santana win the Arkansas Derby!
Superstock upsets the Arkansas Derby at $26 and change for Steve Asmussen. Family owns part of the horse as well, so it was a family affair in the winner's circle for the Asmussen clan. At 12-1, Superstock gets it done. Caddo River improved nicely in this effort to run second. Disappointing, of course, was the 30 cent to the dollar favorite Concert Tour, who winds up third. But again, it just keeps up that profile we've been seeing throughout the Derby season. Other than essential quality, it's hard for horses to kind of show consistency, and that played out again in the Arkansas Derby. King Fury upset things at 18-1 in the Lexington at Keeneland. There were a couple of horses in there, albeit only for 20 points to the winner on the Derby point system, but there were a couple of horses in there that had a shot to use those 20 points to get into the Kentucky Derby field at Keeneland. Proxy being one of them, but with a 4th place finish from Proxy, he won't be making the trip to Louisville for the Kentucky Derby. And the interesting thing now is probably the fact that last weekend out at Santa Anita, we had a little bit of an upset with Rock Your World. 3rd career start, nice win out there. and it was a 100 Beyer point win in the Santa Anita Derby. And it seems like what we've seen over the past few weeks, Essential Quality goes into the Derby as the favorite. But I'm thinking the very lightly raced, and 2 out of the 3 starts were on the turf. But Rock Your World now with the triple-digit Beyer and the Santa Anita Derby victory may go in as the second favorite. Known Agenda is going to get a little action too. Be interesting to see how it shakes out the conversation. But it does seem like the stock has risen for Rock Your World given what we've seen over the past couple of weeks. And he now heads to Louisville, first Saturday in May, in what I have to imagine is going to be a pretty good position, at least as far as people's opinions. How it'll all play out, we'll wait to see things firm up a little bit, see how some of the workouts go. Certainly plenty of conversation about the Derby coming up over the next 2 or 3 weeks. All right, when we last talked to you, it was the Friday edition of the Daily Report, and I was talking a little bit about the Friday afternoon Grade 1, weekday Grade 1. Always a lot of fun when you can get a graded stake, much less a Grade 1 on a weekday. But Keeneland had the Maker's Mark Mile. Here's a little clip from what I said in regard to the Maker's Mark Mile last Friday, right here on the Daily Report. I'm going to take a little pop with Raging Bull. Raging Bull goes out for Chad Brown and Peter Brandt. Second in the Shadwell Turf Mile, 2 starts back, and then kind of disappointing 10th, certainly, in the Breeders' Cup Mile, also here at Keeneland. But in this race last year, the Maker's Mark Mile ran third behind War of Will, but third only by a neck. I thought in that Grade 1 event, Raging Bull would be a little bit interesting. And in fact, here is the stretch run from last Friday's Maker Mark Mile.
Raging Bull, the leader. Final furlong, Maker's Mark Mile. Ride a Comet far outside. Raging Bull has the lead. Hit the road, comes up the inside. Raging Bull is in front. Ride a Comet, Sacred Life. Raging Bull in front by 2. Ride a Comet second down to the wire. Raging Bull and Irad Ortiz Jr. to win the Maker's Mark Mile. 1 minute 33.86 seconds.
Winning the Grade 1, it was Raging Bull. Crafty ride from Irad Ortiz, who kind of got him to the front a little earlier than you might have expected and then held off the oncomers. Chart margin was a comfortable 2 lengths, but for what I thought was the logical contender, you got I thought a generous $9 on the winner there. Chad Brown, Peter Brandt, Irad Ortiz. Raging Bull wins the Grade 1 last Friday, and we tossed out a little bit of a thought on Friday's action. We'll see if we can back it up with some thoughts on Wednesday's action at Keeneland. Keeneland's 4th race today is a maiden special event, 4.5 furlongs. And I do think the Wesley Ward firster by Run Happy, Happy Soul, with a nice workout in the holster is going to take some attention. But I thought San Costantino would be interesting for Tim Ham. Tim Ham can have a firster ready. This one's by Violence. I really like first-time starters from Violence. Nice workout leading into this for San Costantino as well. So I'll put that one on top over Happy Soul. I thought Nakatomi from Wesley Ward, being the other Wesley Ward runner, could be interesting. Knock Her Down is by Cairo Prince, another sire I like. Only a couple workouts showing, but they're okay. And Cheyenne Wind by Speitster, I thought also had some interesting first out breeding. You're getting 20-1 there. I'll use the 8 on top, San Costantino in race 4 at Keeneland on Wednesday. And I might go 5 deep with an exacta box. You know, for $1. I have Knock Her Down at 10-1. I have Cheyenne Wind at 20-1. So for me, in the Keeneland 4th on Wednesday afternoon, 8, 6, 10, 9, and 4. We'll see how that plays out. Update you tomorrow on the Daily Report. But as far as Wednesday, we'll also give you a heads up on what to look for. Capital OTB TV, capitalotbbet.com. Coming up on Wednesday, we will feature Keeneland, Tampa, Indiana Grand comes into the mix. Saratoga Harness, Turf Paradise a little bit later on. Penn National, Charlestown, and Northfield. I will note, over the weekend down in the Tampa area, they had some wicked weather. Not only did they cancel the afternoon on Sunday down at Tampa, but I subsequently saw the national news, some shots from the Tampa area. They really had some violent weather go through there. It seems like over the past couple of days the weather moderated and was fairly nice. So I'd expect things to be fast and firm, I would think, but do check because they got hit, as I say, on Sunday with some rain and whatnot. And we'll see if it dried out or not. But it seems like sun and warm temperatures would probably play to them being in a good spot on Wednesday. But again, just double check that given the weather they had over the weekend. All right, let me hit you with some of the promos coming up at Capital OTB over the next few days. Coming up on Friday, it will be the Bounty Bet, the return of the Bounty Bet. Check out the website for more information there. Friday, there's also a $100 trifecta challenge. There's a Keeneland track bonus. Again, more information on both of those promos at the website. Saturday, the Kentucky Derby Syndicate opens up, and the syndicates have been a lot of fun. You can get in on a large bet with a reasonable amount of money. Now, normally, you get in for $25 on our normal weekend syndicates, but the Kentucky Derby Syndicate, we're going to have 30 folks put in $100 each. OTB is going to put in another $2,000, so it's $3,000 from the patrons, $2,000, and there will be a number of pick plays and some big exacta plays made on the Kentucky Derby. It should be a lot of fun. And again, if you'd like to get into the Kentucky Derby Syndicate, it's first come, first serve. Sign-ups are available at capitalotb.com under the promotions page. And the sign-ups start this Saturday, April 17th. So keep that in mind coming up on the weekend. There's also a player's bankroll on Saturday, a $100 knockout challenge online, and coming up on the weekend on Sunday at the Clubhouse Racebook, we'll have a double promotion, so keep that in mind. 711 Central Avenue in Albany. Plenty of fun, plenty of promotions. You can learn more about them at capitalotb.com. All right, let's go to our trivia question and see if you've come up with the answer. The shortest price winner amongst the last 10 runnings of the Kentucky Derby. If you've come up with a thought, lock it in. If you need some help, here are your multiple choice options. Was the shortest price winner of the Kentucky Derby over the last 10 years, was it Justify? Was it Nyquist? Was it American Pharoah? Or was it California Chrome? And don't forget, not just picking the winner, but you get bonus points if you can come up with the price that this horse paid, and I'll give you $1 either way and allow you to still score yourself as a winner. All right, here it is. The shortest price winner over the last 10 years of the Kentucky Derby was?
Nyquist has taken the lead on the outside. Gunrunner, second at the rail. 5 lengths back to Destin in third. And they come to the final furlong. Exaggerator is closing in. Nyquist to catch with a 16th to go. Gunrunner, Exaggerator on the outside. Nyquist and Exaggerator, they're coming to the line together. And Nyquist is still unbeaten. He has won the Kentucky Derby.
That's right. In 2016, Nyquist, amongst the last 10 runnings of the Kentucky Derby, he paid the shortest price. Have you locked in a price to take a guess? Because Nyquist paid at 2-1. He paid $6.60. He was the shortest priced favorite over the last 10 runnings of the Kentucky Derby. Nyquist came in 7 for 7. 4 grade 1s on the resume coming into the Kentucky Derby, including the Breeders' Cup Juvenile and the Florida Derby. He was the first 2-year-old champ to win the Derby since Seattle Slew in 1977. Nyquist, of course, winning in 2016. Subsequently, Nyquist came back and ran 3rd in the Preakness, skipped the Belmont, ran 4th in the Haskell, 6th in the Pennsylvania Derby, and was retired. And he's turned out to be a nice little sire. The Nyquist runners always attract my attention when they get entered. They seem very precocious. So Nyquist for Doug O'Neill, Redham Racing, Mario Gutierrez on board, 2016 winner of the Kentucky Derby, shortest price of the last 10 runnings at $6.60. That wraps it up for Capital OTB's Daily Report for Wednesday, April 14th. Brought to you by CapitalOTBBet.com. Again, I'm Seth Merrill. As always, thanks for joining us. Spread the word. We'll see you tomorrow. Good luck this afternoon.